Perfect, thank you, mate.
Hello, Sean. Far from the mic. It's already tested. You are on. You can start anytime. Just not on the wheel, if they have any. winning. Did they win or lose? Lost.
Came on at the end. Not like that. That's a bit of a win. She came on.
Yeah. That's all right.
Yeah.
Game time is the only way
That's right.
to improve. There's
Yeah.
no training, and then I know I trained basketball. I was fantastic on training. I actually was like top two or three players in the club on training. I didn't have a game time, and I never developed properly.
That's the thing. There's no time like game time.
Yeah, I was the one of youngest, and on my position was the best player in the club. And no chance. So, and I was in a small town. You can't change the club. You can't go somewhere else.
Right. Whereabouts are you from?
I'm from Serbia.
Oh, okay. Yeah, right.
Well, 32 years.
Big.
32 years here already. But when I was like 18, 19.
Yeah.
And that guy, bastard, he's in Canberra. They see each other occasionally. And he's still pissing me off and for fun. Having drinks and
Good
stuff.
bit of banter.
Yeah. Well, the club friends are friends for the whole life.
Yeah. That's normally
the best thing.
The forging friendships. You got something to laugh over.
Yeah.
A little
Of
bit
course,
of friendly
of course.
rivalry.
That's right.
Very good.
And my sons, they played representative basketball. And the same thing. And I was always saying, it's a big city. It's good. They go to club. They stay to nightclub. Go whole night somewhere for a party. They go with the friends. Not they go there and find something. Find a friend that you've never seen in your life, like 3 o'clock in the morning. But you go, and your friend usually is the guy who played with you, who fought for you, and that's a good thing. And he's still got those basketball friends.
It's funny how it works. Like even sometimes your opposition become good friends because you build a camaraderie on the court.
Especially opposition, when things go really, especially, yes.
It's interesting. You have a like a unwritten camaraderie.
That's true. But when everything's over.
Yeah. Leave it on the field.
Yeah.
Or they say like
few years later.
white line fever.
Yeah. Need a few years for that to brew and to get ready.
And it's sometimes it's not until years later when you mature you go out and see each other.
Yeah.
Friendship bond.
Yeah. Even we parents know that. I was filming from New South Wales University, Technology University. Basketball was a competition, and the guy who was organizing and everything was playing for North Wales against my son, and he knows it. And so that's...
So you've got a remote control here.
Hello and welcome to the Village Green for round 3 of the 2026 NPL New South Wales women's season as UNSW FC take on the Illawarra Stingrays. Bo Clements with you here live for Football New South Wales to take you through all the action of this afternoon's match. We'll have a quick look at how both sides will line up this evening. for the Illawarra Stingrays. Only the one change following their victory, a 2-0 win over the Northern Tigers last week. In goal, number 1, Kiara Roche, after picking up her first clean sheet of the season. Number 6, Jasmine Lamont. Number 7, Chloe Middleton. Number 12, Ruby Egan-Brown. Number 10, Aileen Williams. Number 30, Lucy Baggio. Number 34, Brooklyn Hudson. Number 17, Adelaide Thompson. Number 7, Chloe Middleton. Number 19, Annalise Grove. Number 25, Annabella Pinkard. And number 27, Helena Halios Lewis. On the bench, number 20, Lana El Cordy, coming off a brace last week against the Northern Tigers. Number 21, Caitlin Russell. Number 23, Gemma Bishop. Number 25, Amelie Kelly. Number 26, Madison Cashier. Number 28, number 32, my apologies, Madison Sawkins. For Zora Nomoski's UNSWFC, an unchanged side for the last 3 matches in a row. Erin Naylor retains her spot in goal. Number 4, Alexia Karastal. Number 5, Leah Puxty. Number 6, Aya Yamahata. Number 7, Poppy Channing. Number 8, Demi Koulazakis. Number 9, Lexi Moreno. Number 16, Skye Casachia. Number 17, Angelique Christodoulou. Number 21, Jennifer Kokoris. And number 24, Milan Hammond. On the bench, number 10, Chloe Smith. Number 13, Sonali Singh. Number 14, Leah Burton. Number 18, Georgia Plessis. Number 29, Daniela Nakari. And number 31, Akala Howell. A 2-2 draw here last week at the Village Green for UNSW against the Western Sydney Wanderers. Both goals coming from set pieces. We'll be certainly hoping to attack this young Illawarra Stingrays side in the box as they get us underway. Harriet G, your referee for this afternoon. Lillian Hayes and Emma Chan as assistant officials. Good pressure from the Stingrays, and Williams cutting out the passing lane, but just forced under pressure. Yamahata tries the diagonal, but Halios Lewis reading that really well. Williams tries to poke it through for Baggio. Still continuing the run is Baggio. Yamahata forcing her out wide to the sideline, waiting for reinforcements. Stingrays will pick up the first corner of the afternoon. Stingrays with plenty of bodies at the back post. UNSW not at clearance. Grove didn't get the touch, but got the body in front. Halios Lewis looking there for Baggio, but Leah Puxty getting the first touch. into the corner looking for Kokoris. Casaccio firing wide for a skipper that couldn't quite make the connection. Shanning blocked by Egan Brown. And the team of the week for round 2, Ruby Egan Brown, coming up with an assist for Lana El-Cordy's first goal last week out at North Taramara. Kulazakis, bit of a dangerous ball which Egan Brown intercepted only momentarily. Just too much on it from Karastal. Hudson. Pinkard, the one change for the Stingrays this afternoon. Strong challenge from Puxty, and UNSW with numbers looking to explore. Hammond in behind. Flag raised. Grove. Middleton back with Pinkards. Hammond able to open one up on the left. Well worth the efforts. Egan Brown. Last touch off UNSW. Quite suffocating though, the pressure from UNSW in the middle of the park in the opening few minutes. Stingrays trying to build out, but everywhere they look there's a yellow shirt storming around them. Middleton sprays wide for Baggio. Too much on the ball for Egan Brown. Thompson trying to open up the play. Midfield is just so congested. Crystal Ledoux. Poked through brilliantly from Karastal. Kokoris. G pointing. Illawarra goal kick. Grove. Hudson does well initially, but the pressure mounting from UNSW. Quite the audacious effort from Lexi Moreno UNSW defending quite compactly off the ball. Lexi Moreno in particular tucking in and becoming a fourth midfielder. It's just making it so hard for Stingrays to break the lines. After that initial surge, Stingrays really haven't been able to leave their own end. Casachia. Puxty with a great spray out to Moreno. Kokoris. Under pressure from Halios Lewis. Puxty with the up and under. Hudson finally able to make inroads. Yamahata swiping away at the first sight of trouble. Halios Lewis. Comfortable in the end for Naylor. Moreno. Egan Brown. Bit of confusion there for Grove. Could hear the assistant referee signaling still in, still in. UNSW eventually work it out of their own ends. Kokoris just impeded there. Look to be a promising attack if she had have gotten through there. Shanning. Again, UNSW loving this diagonal out to Kokoris. Baggio. A great deal of pressure. Stingrays just hoof it clear. Egan Brown. Hudson. As it's stripped away, Koulazakis now bearing down on goal. Just clattering off the support post, but Stingrays, they can't keep living like this and not expect UNSW to find a goal eventually. Hudson out wide for Grove. Venturous long ball. Shanning able to find Naylor. Hudson wins the 50-50. Baggio in for Middleton. Just had too much to do there. Puxty. Caristar, great read from Pinkard. Picking it up. Casaccio with a decent effort from 30 or so out. Roche trying to play a bit of route one. Williams gets the flick on Baggio. Surges into the area. Brilliant block though from Puxty. Now Koulazakis. Acres of space. Tries to put Hammond in behind. Pinkard does really well to get in front. Koulazakis. UNSW with seemingly a lot more time on the ball in midfield. Not the first time this season that Stingrays midfield have been a bit casual in their pressing in midfield. Round one, the Wanderers having a lot of time in the middle of the park. Puxty back on her feet. Middleton on the half turn. Caristal picking the pocket there. Moreno. Great combination from UNSW. Hammond just making the run a little too early. Lemon. It's a terrific ball for Egan Brown. Shanning does really well there. Draws the foul as well. Moreno, deft touch for Koulazakis. Casaccio looking to tee up Kokoris. Still going Kokoris, you might have a go herself. Hudson eventually wriggles it out to Egan Brown. Yamahata just upending Williams. Thompson trying to get the restart done quickly, but none of the other Illawarra players on the same page. Egan Brown. Seems to be the course of action for Illawarra, finding Egan Brown in behind, but that pass just a little forced. Lemon back to Roche. card. UNSW, good pressure. Now pick up the ball in positive territory. Brown picks up the loose touch. UNSW skipper makes up for the error. Shanning. Great ball through. Hammond goes down. Early yellow card for Jasmine Lamont. Not quite the start that Steve Gordon would have hoped for his Stingrays side, but UNSW with one of their best chances thus far. Moreno standing over it for UNSW. Lowe and Lamont first there to make amends. Corner for UNSW, Kulazakis. Wander over to take this one. Edge of the area. Very well done from Caristal. Egan Brown. Upended Lamont. Looking again for the early long ball for Williams. Again, UNSW just so much more alert. Able to pick up a lot of those second balls. Kulazakis. Moreno. Looks to switch to play. Halias Lewis will get there first. Lemon. Middleton. Hudson. Cut out by Puxty. Really well done there. Yamahata cutting out the press of the Stingrays. Casachia, brilliant ball through for Kokoris. And Roche standing tall, Moreno. Casachia, what a ball there for Kirkoris. Thought for sure UNSW were going to break the deadlock, if not for Kiara O'Shea. Get back underway. Hudson clear to return. Bit of an awkward bounce. Baggio looking to harass Shanning. Just a little too eager there. Puxty finding Hammond down the left channel. Numbers surging into the area for UNSW. Kulazakis rips one. Comfortably in the end for O'Shea. Turned over. UNSW certainly not with the chokehold they had over the first 10-15 minutes or so. I'd say definitely still have the upper hand thus far. Kulazakis finds Kirkoris. Hammond looking to open up half a yard. Pinkard's got the body in front. And drew the foul quite intelligently. O'Shea looks to also copped a bit of it. Pinkard just bulldozed out of the way by Hammond. Lewis, great dummy. Williams couldn't get it under control though. Puxty restart it for UNSW. Pinkard still on the sideline, getting the arm wrapped up. Quite a heavy collision with the turf. Krista DeLu brought down a metre off the touchline. Moreno to the front post, trying to catch Roche out. Palmed behind for another UNSW corner. Stingrays' eyes will certainly be on Caristal at the edge of the area this time around. The back post they go. Yamahata rises. Hudson clears the danger, but more trouble coming as Caristal loads another one in. Roche took 2 bites at it, but brings it under control. Baggio knocking it around. Shanning, ball in for Egan Brown. Casachia just does enough to stall for time, allowing Naylor to come and collect. Ball touch from Casachia. Shanning able to keep it in favour of UNSW. Puxty brings it inside. Square for Caristal. Krista DeLu. Middleton poking it free. Baggio. Where's the support? Egan Brown. Just runs out of room. Best chances from Illawarra certainly coming off the break, just springing forward in numbers. But UNSW doing really well to scramble. Middleton, good win there. Halios Lewis. Second ball picked up by Hammonds. Caristal. Kulazakis. Bit messy through the middle, but eventually out wide for Kokoris. Puxty, great ball. Cut back. Just off balance was Puxty. Williams hasn't had a lot of involvement, hasn't really had a lot of service to work with, but quite difficult having Yamahata right in the back all the way along. Kulazakis as well dropping in and making it a 2-on-1 on multiple occasions. Grove, loose touch, Moreno. Again, tries from 30 out. Just far too much on it. there late on Pinkard. Thompson. Williams runs into the wall of Puxty. Baggio looking to go quickly, but Yamahata intercepts. Moreno. Great turn and great pass. Puxty delivers in. Pinkard there to meet it. Koulazakis ensures the pressure stays on the Stingrays. Lifts it in for Hammonds. Cutting it across, but no one there. Grove just have to settle for a throw. Moreno. Christodoulou delivers. Yamahata. Middleton gets the body in front. Goal kick. Zoran Namalski, I'd say, would be quite pleased with how UNSW have played this opening 37 minutes. Can't see too much being changed at halftime. Hammond again quite late on Grove. Steve Gordon, of course, with a bit of magic on the bench. Lana El-Khaldi to be called upon if necessary. Which, considering the way that Stingrays have gone about this game so far, looking to play on the counter, might work well in their favour. He's got a blistering turn of pace. Casachia finds a skipper, Christodoulou. Carastal! Brilliantly turned in. A fantastic team goal. Tidily put away from Alexia Carastal. And UNSW finally break the deadlock. Baggio draws the foul. how much would this change the halftime talks for both sides? Shanning sends it clear. Moreno. Christodouloup. Brilliantly done there from Grove. Hudson was expecting the run there of Egan Brown, but it never came. UNSW trying to go long. Stingrays very standoffish in their pressing. Casachia. Caristal. Moreno didn't get the touch, but still works in their favour. Puxty still with it. Moreno. Hammond with a brilliant touch, but will come to naught. Hudson for Pinkard. Thompson helps it around the corner for Baggio. Just trickle out over the side. Backline of UNSW have just been so impressive in the opening 45 minutes. On both sides of the ball, particularly the fullbacks, Puxty and Christodouloup, creating those overlaps in the final third. Koulazakis keeping things ticking in midfield. Hammond, the burst of pace to get past Pinkard, the cutback. Not quite there as Thompson sees it away from the Stingrays area. Shanning for Moreno. Koulazakis. In behind Kokoris. Flag has gone up. Christodouloup. Moreno. Important clearance. Williams still just unable to do anything with it though as Puxty forces the turnover. Moreno will go again. Shanning. Heavy touch from Christodouloup. Caristal picks it back up for UNSW. Just caught in two minds. Kokoris. Into the final minute of regular time. Suspects one or two to be tacked on the end. Kulizakis now with Hursadaloo. Pinkard. Brought down by Baggio, but under pressure immediately from Kokoris. Hudson keeps it alive for Illawarra. Hudson. Grove. Momentum just working against Grove there, and now Kulizakis has a few options to consider. Wide now with Puxty. O'Shea able to take him in there. And that will do us for the first half. Alexia Caristal, the late goal in the first half, breaking the deadlock. We go into the sheds. UNSW 1, Illawarra Stingrays 0. And we'll be back very shortly with the second half. Welcome back to the Village Green for the second half of the Round 3 2026 NPL New South Wales Women's Clash between UNSW FC and the Illawarra Stingrays. The home side get us back underway. Alexia Karastal with the goal in that opening 45 minutes. The Illawarra Stingrays still yet to register even a single shot, let alone one on target. Credit to the backline of UNSW, which have just snuffed everything out. Pressure in midfield from UNSW has just been an absolute onslaught in that opening 45. Illawarra found it very difficult to come out of their own end on quite a few occasions. Showed promising signs on the break. It's in that slow, progressive build-up of football. UNSW have been far more impressive. Baggio dropped it off for Williams, and there finally Illawarra pick up their first shot of the afternoon, but straight into the gloves of Naylor. Krista DeLu. Moreno. Saw the run of Kokoris. Roche does well to pick that one out. Baggio. Zarkis back on the way for UNSW. Casachia, deft touch to help it on its way. Krista making the case that she was impeded, but falls on deaf ears. But Casachia will keep it UNSW's way. Hammond with a ball. Roche picks it up at the front post. Sends Halios Lewis on her way. Can't quite connect the pass. Middleton. Great work there from Yamahata. Karastal rides the challenge brilliantly. Moreno. Karastal. Brilliantly bringing her fullback in, Harista DeLu. Roche doing a tremendous job to cut out the danger there. Going with a bit of route one for Thompson. Bit awkward to deal with, but Shanning eventually reels it in. Pinkard Grove. Searching ball for Egan Brown. Shannon gets there first. Baggio. Just showed too much of it, and Kokoris was able to get the boot in. Kulizakis. Grove. Ball into the front post, which was always going to be very difficult for Williams to direct goalward. But credit too to UNSW, who are just making that pass selection so much more difficult for Illawarra. So I mentioned the pressure, particularly in midfield. From Illawarra, they're nowhere near the yellow shirts. Kulizakis, they're given plenty of time to pick out the pass. Thompson getting the foot to it. Not able to get anything out of it though, as Naylor sends the troops long. Baggio. Middleton first to it, but UNSW scrambling midfields. Hudson going to ground. Draws the foul off Puxty. Egan Brown calling for that early ball. To lose. Going down, clutching at the face. Harriet G bringing a stop to the match. The trainer will come on and have a look. UNSW captain will come to the side for a bit of treatment. Interestingly, all of the Stingrays bench still sat in the dugout. UNSW, on the other hand, all down in the corner. It's been the exact same changes twice for Naumovsky. Egan Brown gets the delivery in. Hudson coming in late, but drawing the offside flag. weeks. Lexi Moreno and Milan Hammond have both made way for Chloe Smith and Georgia Plessis on the bench. So I suspect with the game going the way it is, that things will look to remain the same this week as well. Halios Lewis. Moreno. I'd forgotten that Heristedeluz was still on the sideline, but looks to have come back onto the field now. Steve Gordon looking to change things around now. Call off number 10, Aileen Williams, and number 20, Lana El-Kordi will take to the field. Ruby Hegan-Brown will shift into that number 9 role for Illawarra. Hammond drives to the byline. Does really well to keep it in and muscle away Halios Lewis. Yeah, G has just booked another Illawarra Stingray, but I'm not sure whether that was Pinkard or Halios Lewis. Hammond on the half turn. Brilliant stop from Roche, and Halios Lewis with a very vital block. It's actually Milan Hammond who had been booked. Roche doing incredibly well to keep Illawarra in this afternoon as Caristal swings it to the back post. Heristedeluz couldn't get it through the traffic. And El-Kordi stopped from Casachia. El-Kordi. Baggio loses out to Yamahata. Heristedeluz. Smashed away from Middleton. Egan-Brown just with too many numbers to beat. Puxty. Back now with Pinkard. Kulazakis. Moreno. Bit messy in the end, but Stingrays come away with it. Going long, Shanning cutting out the danger. Yamahata, long ball for Puxty. Flag has stayed down. Calls of handball. Harriet G not listening to a word, but will point for another corner. Carastal sits it right on top of Roche, who does well to parry it. So UNSW will look to make a double change. And a little different this week, Jennifer Kokoris and Lexi Moreno. Both having their numbers called. Lexi Moreno, super impressive performance. Coming on, number 18, Georgia Plessis. As well as number 10, Chloe Smith. Puxty. Plessis with her first touch. Play on, says Harriet G's. Hammond drives in, forces another super save out of Roche. Stingrays sort of frozen in time as Hudson went to ground. Carastal once again going to the back post. Kulazakis keeping it alive. Grove makes a mess of it. Lamont able to finally get it out for the Illawarra Stingrays. But once more, the scrambling effort from UNSW forces possession back their way almost immediately. Pinkard. Hudson. Thompson up for Middleton. Pass intercepted. Baggio. Down the line for Egan Brown, but just won't have the legs for it this time around. Kulazakis. Down the line for Hammond. Lamont stands her up really well. Shanning. Just caught up there by a G in the middle. Shanning. Krista DeLu. Smith trying to get involved, but it's well defended, and Grove with a brilliant little turn. Thompson trying to surge through midfield. Karistar with a little scorpion effort. Puxty. Plessis. A few numbers to pick out. Roche gets a touch to it. Illawarra clear their lines. More trouble coming their way. Kulazakis. Smith's touch just taken away from goal. It's always going to be quite difficult to reel that one back in. Baggio. Eventually, it's turned over in favour of UNSW. Kulazakis. Feeds a ball through for Plessis. On the half turn, trying her luck. Crushing off the woodwork. Smith will go again. Plessis. Fantastic effort. Yamahata brings it down well. Grove. Egan Brown. Stingrays trying the long ball, but no recipients in the area. Thompson. Room to explore and tries the long ball. El Cordy will have the legs. First time ball across the face. UNSW making a bit of a mess of it. Enough time to find the clearance eventually. That's the first real time that Illawarra have looked El Cordy's way and very nearly coming up with an opportunity. Pucksteers continue this barnstorming run. Pinkard hustles really well. Steve Gordon will go to his bench once more. As Illawarra make another change, number 34, Brooklyn Hudson, will come off the park. Puxty behind for a goal kick. It's number 28, Emily Kelly, who has come on to replace Brooklyn Hudson for Illawarra. Yamahata, that's so impressive. As have, you'd have to say, majority of this UNSW side, including Alexia Karastal, who looks to find Smith on the 6-yard line. Haristadalu just slices at it. Smith gets on the wrong side of Lemon there. Can't quite make the connection for Karastal this time around. Kulazakis. Stingrays turn it over. Middleton. Great ball looking for Egan Brown, but Shanning, as she's done so many times this afternoon, will get there first. Stingrays making the trip out to Gladesville next week, a side yet to pick up any points in the opening 2 matches. UNSW, they will be here once again next Friday evening to take on Bulls Academy, who are fresh off a 5-0 win of NWS Spirit earlier this afternoon. Stingrays going to the back post. Baggio. Eventually Puxty able to set it free. Halios Lewis. Plessis bringing her down there on that occasion. Egan Brown. Halios Lewis just feeling a little tight in the cramp on the calf area, sorry. That's brilliant connection though for Stingrays. El Cordy. Yamahata having none of it. Pink card. Goes all the way back to Roche. Baggio now playing more of that attacking midfield role. Can't get the return ball. Kulazakis and Karistal combining through midfield. Smith out wide for UNSW. Hammond. Glancing header. Still a chance with a Karistal. Pink card again. A superb block to take that chance away. Certainly think coming in this afternoon, Annabella Pinkard replacing Ella Giles in that back four has been quite impressive. Sky Casachia with no complaints there. She goes into Harriet G's book. Floated in looking for Egan Brown. Yamahata clears the danger. El Cordy. It'll trickle out over the side. Another UNSW throw. Time starting to run out for Illawarra. Still 10 to go, but the opportunities have been far and few between. Sky Casachia will hobble off the field. Being on a yellow as well probably helped Nalmoski make that decision. Paxty sends clear. So off at number 16, Skye Kasachia, and on number 13, Sonali Singh for UNSW. Jumping in at the base of midfield to just see this one-goal lead out. That won't stop them surging forward, looking for a sealer. Hammond looking to provide that. Middleton taking it away. Karistal. Time to pick out the delivery. Made a bit of a mess of it. Grove with the up and under. Still a chance for UNSW. Cordy. Did really well there to get the shoulder in front. Number 26, Madison Kasia coming on. As Hammond looks a rifle one to the near post. Roche will see that fly over. So number 27, Helena Halios-Lewis off for Illawarra Stingrays, and on number 26, Madison Kasia. Steve Gordon looks to switch things up and go to a back three. Chase this ever so elusive goal. Koulazakis. A lot more space now for UNSW to exploit in the back. Well read there by Kelly. UNSW again picking up possession in positive territory. Karistal. Smith. Out wide for Plessis. Roche able to get underneath this one. Paxty in there ahead of El Cordy. UNSW just starting to sit a little deeper. As the priorities change from looking for a second to just keeping what they've got. Caristyle zipping one out to Smith. Substitute Leah Burton, number 14. On for number 8, Demi Koulazakis. Three left to play here at the Village Green. UNSW well worth their lead. Thompson fires high and wide. That's Puxty there. We'll clear it up. Puxty once more. Plesses. Great turn, Caristyle. Could you feed through Hammond, who hits the deck, but Harriet G says that was all clear from Annabella Pinkard. Caristyle. Plessis. Hammond just waltz into the corner. Shielded off. Chew off some valuable time for UNSW. Caristyle. Great deal of composure from Caristyle and continues an impressive little run there. Draws the foul. Hammond with no mind of going for goal once again into that corner. Too lackadaisical. Illawarra forced a loose touch. Baggio. Yamahata again, when called upon, as always, delivered this afternoon for UNSW. UNSW, you think, will be home now. Yamahata. Burton helps it on its way. And going to ground, Chloe Smith wins a penalty. And an opportunity to finally put it to bed. The number 10 will take charge. From 12 yards for UNSW. Chloe Smith blazing over the bar. But Illawarra, how much time do they have? I suspect not much. Maybe one last chance. Baggio leaving far too much there. On Sonali Singh. Puxty going diagonally. Can't find the target though. Grove. Real matter of urgency now with only a few seconds on the clock. Grove. Caristal cutting it out and puts it out over the sides. Hammond down on the edge of the Illawarra area. Baggio. Is there one last chance for Illawarra? Egan Brown. El Cordy, can she provide the heroics? Again for Illawarra. Corner for the Stingrays. Thompson to the back post. Tees up for Baggio. Roche looking to float another one in. Grove can't get there in time. Harriet G glances at the watch. We're into the 7th minute of added time. Naylor, whistle to mouth. And UNSW cap off a tremendous performance at home. 1 goal courtesy of Alexis Karastal. And what has been a thrilling, dominant display from the home side. It finishes at UNSW FC 1, Illawarra Stingrays 0. I've been Bo Clements. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. Be sure to tune in next week for more NPL New South Wales women's action.